flashed it. Flashed it. Flashed it.
I am glad you have this opportunity of listening to this message. It is one of the messages God laid in my heart for His church. I pray that the Lord will bless you richly and you will encounter Him in a new way as you listen. God bless you.
I'm glad you chose to join me in this telecast again today. May the Lord bless you abundantly for that. Today I'm reading from Psalm 25 verse 1 and then verses 16 through 22. Proverbs, Psalm 25:1. To you, O Lord, I lift up my soul. O my God, I trust in you. Let me not be ashamed. Let not my enemies triumph over me. Then verses 16 through 22. Turn yourself to me and have mercy on me, for I am desolate and afflicted. The troubles of my heart have enlarged. Bring me out of my distresses. Look on my affliction and my pain, and forgive all my sins. Consider my enemies, for they are many, and they hate me with cruel hatred. Keep my soul and deliver me. Let me not be ashamed, for I put my trust in you. Let integrity and uprightness preserve me, for I wait for you. Redeem Israel, O God, out of all their troubles. I've been speaking about mercy of the Lord, as a very, very important ingredient in having a fulfilled life. Without God having mercy on us, we cannot receive His help. Mercy has been defined as kindness or goodwill of God towards the miserable and the afflicted, joined with a desire to help them. Today, I'm speaking about God's mercy for the afflicted. God's mercy for the afflicted. The passage I've just read to you was a psalm of David. It was a song he penned down at a time he was facing great affliction. At a time his enemies were really after his life. At a time he was facing great battle of life. That's when he appealed to the mercy of the Lord. He said, God, have mercy on me, as we have it in verse 16. He said, turn yourself to me and have mercy on me, for I am desolate and afflicted. David knew that the God we serve is God of mercy. So I don't know what you are facing. I don't know in which way you are desolate. I don't know in which way are you being afflicted. I have a good news for you today, that you are not alone in facing affliction. I have a good news for you, that it is natural, it is common for people to have affliction in the world. And I think you know that. And God is always available to help us out. Psalm 34:19 says, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him out of them all. Not few, Many are the afflictions of the righteous. No wonder that you are bombarded right and left with afflictions. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him out of them all. I'm telling you, whatever is the affliction that you are facing presently, the Bible says the Lord, the God of mercy, he delivers, is able to deliver you from all of them. And one of the things that moves God into delivering the afflicted is his mercy. When he has mercy upon them, and that's why David cried unto the Lord, have mercy upon me. When the Lord turns out of mercy to any man, affliction gives way. And there are three things you need to do for God, out of his mercy, to turn away your affliction. The first thing was what David was doing. He cried for the Lord's mercy. And I see a notable example of this in the New Testament. There is a popular story of the blind Bartimaeus in Mark chapter 10, from verse 46. The Bible says Jesus came to Jericho, and as he went out of Jericho with the disciples, a great multitude, blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, sat by the road begging. Bartimaeus was blind. He couldn't help himself. He resorted into begging. And verse 47, when he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out and say, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. That's the first step. We must recognize our need for mercy. We must recognize that the mercy, the compassion of the Lord moves into action. This man cried, he said, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. Verse 48, the many warned him to be quiet. Even when you are crying unto the Lord for mercy, when you are crying unto him to help you out of any affliction, I want to tell you, there will be discouragement. There will be distraction. People want him to be quiet, but he cried out all the more, Son of David, have mercy on me. I don't know, maybe you're already being discouraged at the place of prayer. You're already being discouraged at the place you are crying unto the Lord for mercy. Because you are crying, it seems as if the Lord is not hearing you. Don't give up. I want you to be like this man. He cried all the more. When people were saying, keep quiet, he cried all the more. And Jesus himself taught us about perseverance. Jesus said, oh, with God not answer speedily is elect, who cry to him day and night. I want to encourage you, don't be discouraged. Don't give up in your cry unto the Lord for mercy. The Lord will manifest his kindness to you as he did to this man. He cried all the more. In verse 49, because the man was persistent in his cry to the Lord, because the man did not give up in his prayer. The Bible says in verse 49, so Jesus stood still. I can see Jesus standing still on your behalf. And I want to tell you, as Jesus stood still for this man got Jesus' attention. Jesus stood still. Jesus will stand still on your behalf. And what did he do? And commanded him to be called. Then they called the blind man, saying to him, be of good cheer, rise, he is calling you. And throwing aside his garment, he rose and came to Jesus. And Jesus answered and said to him, what do you want me to do for you? And Jesus is asking you the same question through this message today. What do you want Jesus to do for you? The God of mercy, the God that shows mercy to the afflicted, is asking you, what do you want me to do for you? I am God of mercy. I'm plenteous in mercy. Many may be your afflictions, but I am ready. I am willing to deliver you. Then Jesus, the man said, that I may receive my sight. Verse 42, Jesus said to him, go your way, your faith has made you well. And that's the second thing. If you are going to enjoy the mercy of the Lord in times of affliction, faith, he said, go your way. Your faith has made you whole. Trust in the Lord. The Lord is able to remove the affliction. Trust in him. He's able to do it. The thing may tarry, but the Lord will appear. He's on the scene. He's calling on you. What do you want? Have faith in the Lord. The Lord is merciful. May you release that mercy into your life. And the last thing you need to do, wait on him. That's what we say in verse 26 of that Psalm 25 that we read. Wait on him. Don't give up. The Lord is plenteous in mercy. Oh, the Lord is already looking upon you with kindness. He's already looking upon you with compassion. The Lord sees your tears. Oh, he is being moved already by your tears. He is being moved by your situation and is ready to deliver you. Out of his mercy, David cried unto the Lord for mercy. Bartimaeus cried unto the Lord for mercy. Will you join me also today and cry and say, God, have mercy upon me. God, this affliction is about crushing me. Have mercy upon me. The Lord will grant you mercy. He is the God of mercy. He is ready to shower you with mercy. Oh, the Lord is not just compassionate. He is ready to send you help. May you receive help from above. Whatever is the affliction of your life, may the mercy of the Lord, may it work for you. And in every day of your life, may the Lord look upon you with mercy. And may you be an overcomer. Thank you for listening. I want you to join us in our worship services every Sunday as from 9 a.m. God bless you. And the abundant mercy of the Lord will never depart from you. Thank you.